You really are the true King of Kings.
Yesterday, what's up, chocolatiers? Yesterday I watched The King of Kings from Angel Studios. Now, Angel Studios been a mixed bag for me because, you know, I really do feel like we should have religious films, especially more of them for sure. But I always don't love the audiences, and what I mean by that is that, you know, so many people they love trying to bring politics into everything. I don't know why. And, you know, I've even seen videos of where like, oh yeah, we don't want this garbage politics in Hollywood and blah blah this and that. And then they're like, oh, but put our politics in these. And so I'm all over the place, right? But Angel Studios has been killing it because they don't do that, okay? And, you know, I haven't really watched a whole lot of their movies. I watched a couple. And the couple that I've watched I've actually enjoyed. They're not like 10 out of 10 or anything like that, but they're like pretty good for, you know, kind of like mom and pop type filmmakers, you know, like kind of getting their start off the ground. And so I really have been enjoying their films. And so The King of Kings is no different. This movie is awesome. I actually think it's their best film they put out. This movie is basically, I guess just to boil it down, it's the story of Jesus. You know, it's close to Easter. It's that time of the year when, you know, a lot of people go to church, but then they don't go the rest of the year. And I know, you know, the church I go to, for example, they prep for that because it's usually like even more than Christmas. Like people go for Easter. And so I'm glad that we have a movie that's kind of coming out, that's animated, that's, you know, targeted towards kids, but at the same time, as an adult watching it, I had a tear. I had several tears. I was like, oh my God. Literally. And so, this movie was awesome, man. Like, it tells the story of Jesus. You know, you get your run-of-the-mill stuff. You get, like, feeding of the 5,000. You get, you know, like, the demons cast out in the pigs, stuff like that. But even like that, those things I didn't think was going to be in this movie. Like, I didn't think they were going to skip over it, but I just figured you say that. But like they show it, and I couldn't believe that, like, for this being like a kids movie, like they show like a demonic possession, and they show like Jesus, you know, casting demons out to the pigs. And like, you know, they have like the story of Lazarus, so that, and it's not like kind of like slow and kind of like, I don't want to talk badly about another project, but I feel like The Chosen just kind of like takes forever. Like, there's like 6 parts out right now called like the Last Supper, and I'm just like, they're 3 hours apiece. This movie, this is how you do it. It's an hour and 50 minutes. I would say that my only complaint, and I hate that there is a complaint, is that they do the Mufasa thing. So basically in this film, Charles Dickens' son is kind of acting out while he's, you know, telling the brilliant story that we've all also heard and loved of A Christmas Carol. And so basically while he's doing this and that, his son's acting bad to like King Arthur just saying, he's like, well, let me tell you the story about the King of Kings, right? And so he tells him the story of Jesus Christ. But so much I feel like the first 15 to 20 minutes of him telling the story, that was the only time where I'm like, okay, nitpicking. The rest of it's great. The rest of it's like a 10 out of 10. But I feel like right there was where, like, kind of the Mufasa thing, like where they were telling the story of Mufasa, they kept cutting back and be like, oh, Simba's son, oh, Timon and Pumbaa are here. And I'm like, can we just tell this story? And that's kind of what happened. Like, so many times the kid would interject, or like the dad would do something, or like the cat would mess around. And I'm like, no, I'm invested. Like, I know this story. I read my Bible. I know this story. No. Okay? And I really feel like on a technical level, because I didn't know about the animation as well, going into this film, I was a little skeptical because I was like, I was also a little skeptical of the cast too, which I am still a little iffy about. I'm not going to take grades off of it because everybody did good, but I just also think it's weird that whenever studios like this get any kind of money or budget to like make something animated, instead of getting like voice actors, they're like, Mark Hamill. Well, actually, I'll tell you about Mark Hamill is a voice actor. But, like, they go get, like, Pierce Brosnan. Like, Pierce Brosnan's in this movie for, like, 30 freaking seconds. And I'm like, well, how much did you pay him for that? And they probably could have got somebody else, right? But I feel like the one I want to give credit where credit's due, Oscar Isaac. I did not know how that was going to go. Oscar Isaac does such a great job playing Jesus. Like, he's got kind of like that stoic voice, but at the same time, it's so peaceful and like welcoming, and like kind of like how you would kind of like depict Jesus might have talked. And it was awesome. Like, I was like, okay, I'll give him flowers where flowers is due. And yeah, I think that's kind of all I want to say about this movie, because I'm like, if you don't know the story by any chance, I feel like this is 100% something that you should go watch. But if you really want something to just take your family to, you want to kind of get away from all the, like, for example, you don't want to watch something horror, clearly. You don't want to go with those bad kids in Minecraft and something like that. I feel like this is a really good, like, kids movie, but at the same time, it's for all, like, families. It reminds me kind of like a Pixar film where it's like, you know, the adults get a lot out of it, too. Especially like that. There's a lot of things they say in this movie that will go right over kids' heads, but, you know, adults will understand. And so, Angel Studios, you guys cooked. I'm going to give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. And a Mr. Chocolate Silver approval. This movie is awesome. Definitely going to end up being one of my favorite of the year, and one of my favorite animated films of the year for sure. I can't think of many animated films coming out this year. I think there's like 2 or 3 that I got on my radar. And so, yeah, this movie was awesome. This is definitely a 4K pickup when it comes out on release. I don't even know, does Angel Studios do 4Ks? It might be a Blu-ray pickup. I don't know what they do. But yeah, this is definitely something I want to own in my collection. This movie was awesome. It brings you back those old vibes, like watching those old, like, Bible type movies or whatever like that. Like, not like a Veggie Tales, but like, what is that one? Like the Odyssey, kind of like those, like, animation wise, and also kind of like the way they tell the story. But it was just magical. It really was. Like, it really felt like you were watching this story unfold, and I'm glad that younger generations have this. So, with that, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on this movie. What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? Is there anything story-wise you wish they would have, you know, maybe pushed more on, or something else they would have done, something like that? But with that, please comment down below, let me know your thoughts, and like, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Look!
Don't be afraid.
I love my popcorn. Movies, popcorn.